Simon, you seem to struggle to get into the game offensively. What's your take on that element of the game?
It's going to be an issue for us till we get our squad on the floor. Can't really fault our guys. You know, Creaky's had 5 training sessions for the year. We've got 4 rookies, and you know, we're missing the engine. So all we've got to do is focus on little things. You know, we made some errors defensively in the first half, which were disappointing. And you know, I thought we could have had a little lead going into half time if we were just a little bit more disciplined at that end. And we failed to get to the free throw line, which we need to do. You know, like we've got too much firepower sitting in street clothes for us to not get to the free throw line. So we've got to make a concerted effort. I thought our attack on the rim was okay at times, but it was also a little reckless as well, and we weren't rewarded. So we just got to be a little sturdier when we do get our feet in the paint and make sure that we're a little more aggressive trying to get there.
When do you get the engine back? I know you're probably sick of being asked. Is there any more clarity regarding those?
Yeah, no, it's pretty close. Trey Cal will either play on Saturday. He'll be subject to fitness test, or he will hold him off until the next game, but he'll be certainly right by the next game. Gary might be another week, and Joe Chi and Rowdy will be the following week as well. Ryan Brock will be the following week, and then Joe Chi will be in on the 9th of October or something like that. So I think he plays on the 15th.
So when you're sitting, one offensive rebounds really probably catching it.
We missed a lot of shots. Gives us a lot of opportunities.
But yeah, on that, it gave you a sniff. Probably if you take out that lapse after that timeout, you probably have to close.
Well, yeah, look, we got an offense. There's a little bit of truth to, if you're missing a lot of shots, you get more chances at offensive boards too. But we didn't capitalise on our offensive rebounds, which was a little disappointing. I thought if that, even just that aspect of the game, if we're able to get ourselves to the line, you know, offensive rebounds are a great opportunity to score. You got a crowded defence, so you can either go straight up and put it back in from 2 feet, or you can usually kick it out and get good looks. We did neither tonight. We weren't very strong with our finishes, and we didn't find guys on the kickouts enough. So, yeah, it's a little bit of a love the endeavour, love the fact that we're fighting. I cannot fault these guys we're putting on the floor. All pre-season, you know, we had some rough times there, and we had a great win in round 1, and I thought we were honest tonight. And I think from the development of our brand and who we want to become and who we want to be recognised at, I think we're doing the right things out there from an effort standpoint. But we need to tidy it up, no doubt.
What about the bloke sitting next to him? His efforts tonight, empty the tank.
Yeah, he's all right. I like this kid. You know, we've got a bit of history, and I was really happy to get him involved. And look, we're going to have to live with the mistakes that happened. Got rejected on a few picks in the first half. He'll learn from that. There'll be some good video for him to get better. From an offensive standpoint, I thought his aggression was good. It's just a kid, and you know, it's great to see the competitiveness. It's great. I know he's got that in spades. It's great to see him, you know, being aggressive. He's got a long way to go. He's still got a lot of upside.
You defeated the runners-up in the first game. Knowing that was a big achievement, what was the talk to the guys before the game?
For this game?
To go back on that.
Oh, look, it's a different season. We didn't put too much into the Tassie team being the runners-up. We were just focused on who their personnel were, and how we wanted to play and where we thought we might have had some advantages. No different than this game. You know, I was a little disappointed with some of our transition defensive efforts, which we really talked about all week and put in practice. We just let a few guys get behind our heads and get a few easy buckets. We looked after the ball a little bit better than we had, and that was one of the issues that we wanted to make sure going into this game. And I thought we were maybe a little bit anxious on offense as well, which we talked about, making sure we got second side of the ball, lots of touches for all our guys, but it just seemed to die a little bit in some people's hands, and we were a little quick to cut off the offense. So, you know, there's some failures on things that we sort of pinpointed as being key areas for us, but nothing to do with the Tassie game. Completely different opposition.
Junior, only 5 points in game 1. What does it mean to have 21 tonight, 7 rebounds? How are you feeling after that performance?
I'm not too happy because we lost, but I mean, it's good for me personally, just building my confidence, and you know, coach has confidence in me. My teammates always telling me to be confident, so it's good to get rewarded for that, and you know, just feel good about that. But yeah, we still got a lot of work to do.
You jump up and get a bit of a sniff when you guys are under man, and you're going to get some opportunity that you really want to make you count to give that sort of extra zip.
Yeah, 100%. I think Simon and me spoke not long ago. He just told me about the situation. We don't have our team right now, so it's kind of putting me in a situation where I'm going to play a lot, and I have to do whatever I can to help the team. So that's just what I'm trying to do.
You had another question there? Follow up?
Was it a disadvantage having the crowd against you tonight?
They're always a colourful group up here, aren't they? Got lots to say. I enjoy their banter. I think it's been a place where we've come and won in the past, and we've been in some good battles here. I enjoy coming to Illawarra. It's a beautiful place, although it's been pretty crappy the last 48 hours in regards to the weather. But the people here are always entertaining. Always got a lot of advice for me.
Matt Quaid.
Yeah, I can't imagine why they haven't advice for you, Mr. Mitchell, quite frankly.
You weren't one of them today, were you, mate?
No, you know what I said. Look, just as quickly, I guess the first thing, this is an incredible situation, incredibly bad situation from an injury standpoint, but from a positive for you right now, but from a positive, getting minutes into these kids, I mean, how much is that going to help you kind of down the stretch of this season, or the whole season basically, giving them that experience, especially in a tough, hard-fought game like that was tonight?
Just go through the last couple of seasons, and I'm not saying we're where these teams were, but where we want to be. You go to the Perth being in the finals 2 years ago, and Bryce is injured. You go into the semi-finals last year, and Chris Golding's injured. You've got to make sure that when guys are down and your top liners are down, that there's kids in place and who can come and do the job, and they've had experience in that role. So from our standpoint, right now, I think this is a real positive for us. You've got to view it that way, right? I'm loving the fact that June's getting minutes and doing really well. Owen Foxwell, it's like going to school every day when he comes into the gym. It's just so much for a kid like that to learn from. I feel a bit bad for Grant Anticevich, who had a really good pre-season with Creaky being down. Just that it's hard to put all these kids on the floor at the same time, and having Creaky back, his minutes have diminished a little bit, but he's got a lot to offer. And Anzac Rossetto we've still got to unleash as well. So, look, it is what it is, mate. We've just got to keep battling. We've just got to get better. It's a great opportunity for us to continue to build our brand and really build a toughness and a togetherness and a back against the wall. And then the other guys who come in, and when they do, they've just got to match the effort and the energy and the intensity that these guys are leaving.
Just finally, you guys trailed by 20 in that game, and there may have been a temptation to put the queue in the rack somewhat, given that you've got another game coming up in 48 hours. But how proud of you were of that effort to get it back? I think you got it to 6, and then Harvey hits that monster 3 from 38, and then what can you do? And then that's pretty much game over. But the effort the guys showed, and you just sort of touched on it, the culture that you were always talking about. It's big within that group, and it kind of stood up there in that fourth period.
I think this is a team, since our inception, that we can get down by margins and find our way back in. I think there's plenty of fight there. Conversely to that, we can get up a margin and let other teams back in. So there's a bit of tweaking to do on that one. But I believe in this group and their ability. We've done it in this gym before. I think last year we found ourselves down by 20 points and worked our way back into a tight contest. I believe in these kids and their energy and their ability to get it done at the defensive end and create some offensive for us, so to get us back into those situations. So, yep, a lot of faith in them, mate.
Thanks, mate.
Cheers.
Mark, you got a question there?
Okay, Coach, hi, Junior Mick Randall here. Just interested in Big Al and the way that you used him earlier. Was it a concerted effort to go to him in the post and try and get him going?
Yeah. You've got a weapon down there, and you want to try and utilise it as much as possible. Teams make adjustments, start to take things away, and to be blunt, he's still finding his way a little bit. He came in late. He had a little bit of time off from the sport, and he's still finding his legs. You can see him every day at training. There's just a little bit more pop. There's a little bit more speed. He gets out of picks a little quicker. He's getting up on the boards a little bit high. He's not going to get his elbow on the rim anytime soon, but he gets out a little bit quick. There's signs there of improvement, but I think we got to keep finding ways to feed him. And I think there was times tonight where he worked really hard to get good position and we didn't reward him or ourselves. So it's just learning to work with him and having such a dominant post player that we can utilise better.
You touched on Creaky just slightly, but like he's okay. It's just a fitness thing, is it? He didn't look himself for 3 quarters and he got going in that last.
Yeah, so Creaky's pulled up from the Tassie game a little bit sore. He had an interrupted preparation into this game as far as getting his body right. We've eased him through. It's going to be a little bit of juggling with him and his health during the course of the season. These quick turnarounds concern me a little bit, so we'll be keeping an eager eye on him over the next 48 hours until we get into the tip-off with Cairns. But, yeah, look, it is what it is, mate. We've got our challenges, and we're not going to sit here and say, you know, all the teams do. And, you know, we just might have a few more.
Junior, fantastic game, mate. Talk us through that play where Tyler Harvey kind of flipped the ball over your head and you chased him down and sent it home, and then went back up the other end and nailed that 3 from the wing. I think Simon been pretty pleased with that one.
Yeah, I think I was kind of angry that he got the ball in that situation, so I didn't really want to let him get that layup. And that second effort kind of gave me the run out, and then lucky Kizza hit me and I hit the 3. So it was just, you know, just that second effort for me, I think.
Those chase down blocks today, is that something that you've sort of had in your bag for a while, or is it something that you've worked on?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, Simon knows I've been doing that. I do that at practice sometimes as well. So, yeah, I think so, for sure.
Some of those guards that get on the break better watch their back, mate.
100%.
Okay, thanks, guys.
Thanks, Mick.
All right, thank you.
Well done.
Well, thanks, Simon.
Thank you, guys.
Cheers.